Good evening, it's me, Jaime with Roosters Comics, coming to you with this week's Specs of the week of January 22nd, 2025. I've got 3 awesome books to share with you this week. All 3 of them have relevance in pop culture due to recent show announcements, movie announcements, or trailers. But before I tell you what they are, you know what to do, guys. Hit the music. Alright guys, first book that we're going to be talking about today is God of War Issue 1. But before I get into that, guys, this isn't financial advice. These are just my opinions on what I think these books are going to be doing in the comic book market due to the recent news that's been released about these particular books. And the most recent news I've heard about this book is Amazon Studios is doing a live action God of War. And they just cast their Kratos. And that is Ryan Hurst. And you may know him from back in the day when he played in, I think, We Are Titans, the Denzel Washington football movie. And most recently, he played in Sons of Anarchy, I think in the first 3 seasons, before he was unceremoniously killed off. But this book right here has been on my personal I want list because I've played every God of War game there is. I love all the God of War games. If you follow my Magic channel, you also know that I have the God of War Secret Lair, and I have a Kratos and Atreus deck, and this book is based on the Norse story with Kratos and Atreus, so I'm super excited. God of War Issue 1 came out on March 31st, 2010, and it's obviously the first appearance of Kratos in comics. High-grade raw copies of this book go for right around $161. And if you ask me, guys, this is extremely affordable. If this show is any good, and you can get this book for under $200, high-grade raw, I say jump on it. I personally am seriously considering doing that, because if I can get, I'm going to get a couple copies, to be honest with you, because if I can get these all graded and they all come back 9.8s, I'm clearly going to flip a couple and keep one for my PC, and a 9.8 of this is right now pretty pricey. As you can see, guys, 9.8 for this book is at $325, which is pretty much double what the raw copies are going for, and it's trending up. Reason being, the news that just broke. This year alone, we've got 3 copies of the books that sold so far, and they're going for $275, $325, and $325, all in January, all on the same day. So I wouldn't be surprised if the same person bought them, holding on to them, and I wouldn't be surprised that a week or 2 from now, you're gonna start seeing it climb. Ryan Hurst, in my opinion, is a great casting for Kratos. I personally loved him in Sons of Anarchy. I thought he was a really good actor, and I honestly think he looks like Kratos. He's originally a really big dude. I think he's 6'6", and he was pretty stocky, but he has time to jack himself up because I don't think filming for this isn't going to start till next year. So I'm just super excited to see what he looks like as Kratos. If this show does well, I think 3 to 4 years from now, this book is just going to continue to climb. As you see right now, 9.8, $325. That's nothing to sneeze at for a 9.8. And if you're looking to spec on something, I mean, you just got to hope that Amazon does it right and makes this show a good. I think with the recent success of Fallout, they have shown they can do video game adaptations, and I think that this is a really good book to spec on. And if you own it now, hold on to it, wait till the first trailer drops, or wait till some more news drops. And if you're looking to get in on this book, now is the perfect time to. And I'd be jumping in on those raw copies. Alright guys, let's get into the second one. And the second book of the day, the trailer just dropped today, and that is DC Comics Presents number 47, the first appearance of He-Man and Skeletor in comics. If you watch the trailer, there were some corny parts in it, but all in all, this trailer looked super, super good, and He-Man and Skeletor looked really good, and I'm super excited for the show because I'm a huge He-Man fan. High-grade raw copies of this book sell for right around $550, and that was back in 2020. And a near mint copy sold last month for about $300. Near mint plus, like I said, most recent sale was in 2020, and it's really hard to find raw copies of near mint plus, but if you can find one, I say jump on it, guys, especially if it's in that $500 range, because you'll see what they are at 9.8s. 9.8s of this book, 90-day average is trending down at 12.17, but the 12-month average is trending up. This year alone, 15 copies of this book have sold. Last month, one for $1,000. In November, $1,400 and $1,250. In October, $1,000. I think if you can get this book anywhere in a 9.8 between $1,000 and $1,100, I say jump on it as fast as you can. And if you find a super pristine raw copy for right around $500, I say jump on it. I think, as you can see, this book is already holding its value. If the show is just 10% better than that monstrosity that Netflix did, this is something you want to get in on right now. I think that this book will hold its value regardless if the show's a flop or not. And if the show's a hit, you're only going to make money, and I think it's a wise investment. In any ways, I just think that this book here is just a super, super cool book to have in your PC, especially if you're an 80s kid like me. I mean, who didn't watch He-Man? I freaking loved He-Man. I thought He-Man was the freaking man. And that's my thoughts for this book. Let's go ahead and get into the final book. The final book of the day is Fantastic Four, issue 5, the first appearance of Doctor Doom. Now, if you've been living under a rock, you probably didn't notice the 3 Doomsday trailers that came out in December. If you did notice it, then you realize that Avengers Doomsday is coming out, and there is a lot of hype behind this movie. And this movie is going to have Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. This book is a blue chip Silver Age key. Enough said. If this movie flops, this book is still going to be a great investment. If this movie's a hit and you have it, you just probably doubled or tripled your money. Enough said about that. High grade raw copies of this book go for about $12,000. If you want anything in the $1,000 to $1,500 range, you're going to be looking at a 0.5 to 1.0. Just being real, because that's how freaking popular Doctor Doom is. If we looked at the slab versions, highest graded book of this is a 9.4, and the most recent sale was in September of this year for only $120,000. Only. There are no 9.8s or 9.6s in existence, so if somebody's got a really mint, pristine copy, I'd say get it graded. You may have a $250,000 book. But let's go to our wheelhouse, or something that I think I could afford, or most people could afford, if they saved up enough, and that'd be right around the 1.0 range. If we're being honest, guys, that's still very pricey, but if 1.0s or 90-day average is trending up at $2,600. Reason being, like I said, Doctor Doom was super popular. The Doomsday trailers were super cool looking, and I think Avengers Doomsday is going to bring Marvel back on track, or at least for one movie, the fans are going to agree that this movie's going to be awesome. Most recent books, which is only one this year, sold for $2,600. Last year, only 7 of these books sold, and we're going to go there. One in September for $1,600, 2 in August for $2,025 and $2,200, and 1 in July in $2,000, and as you can see, $2,400, $2,000, and $1,800. I think 3 to 5 years from now, this book is just going to continue to go up. Doctor Doom isn't going anywhere. Doctor Doom is one of the most famous Marvel villains there is. If you own this book, congratulations. This is one of the books I also want for my PC. I just think Doctor Doom is a really cool villain. They never did him right in the movies, and the book still holds its value. If the MCU does do him right, this book will only climb in value and start skyrocketing. And that's it for my specs of the weeks this week, guys. Once again, guys, if you do like my content, please do not forget to like and subscribe. And please don't forget to check out the eBay store at Roosters Comics. Other than that, guys, remember, keep your ear out for that rooster crowing, because when the rooster crows, there's a good deal out there. I'm Jaime Hernandez with Roosters Comics signing out. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.